We're talking business. Stay right with us.
Snelly in the morning.
BBC Radio Merseyside.
Now, in a little over a month's time, small businesses all around the world will be urging us to shop local and help sustain and grow an invaluable sector of the economy. This isn't just here. This is around the world, this. So it's obviously high streets are suffering everywhere. And tomorrow, Friday, the iconic Small Business Saturday bus, do you know about this? Is going to be in Birkenhead, just providing a platform for local enterprises to highlight what they do to potential new customers. Because we all say, oh, you know, the death of the high street's finishing yet, but I've not been to the high street for ages. I go to the supermarket. It's all of that. We're all guilty of it. But the event is being hosted by the Birkenhead Business Improvement District, and its head is Gemma Nichols, who joins us on the line now. Gemma, good morning to you.
Morning, Tony. How are you?
I'm all right. Hope you are too. Well, Small Business Saturday we're going to be talking about as well. How long has that been around, and what's the aim of it?
The Small Business Saturday event was initiated last year, so following its success, the team there have, rightly so, said that they're going to do it again this year. So the main objective of it is that to promote local businesses and really sustain that local message in terms of retailing.
And tell me about the local message. Is it come to our shop, even though you might pay a little bit more? You know, you're going to be helping local businesses, that kind of thing.
Most definitely, yeah. In Birkenhead, we're going to be running a campaign shortly called Use It or Lose It, Keep It Local, because we really need to drive home that message of we do have those facilities available upon our high streets, and we should, as a local community, be supporting that.
Why do you think we've fallen out of love with local business and the high street? I think I can probably guess your answer.
I think it's the case nationally across the UK. Trends in high street retail has really, really changed. And it's people's shopping habits that have changed as well. Online is so much easier for people to facilitate with their busy lifestyles. But we really need to get back to that local feel and that local community spend opportunity.
It's funny, isn't it? Somebody once said you can't knock a nail in over the internet, and you can't really try your jeans on or your shirt over the internet either, can you? There's something about picking something up and going, yeah, that fits me, that looks okay, and feel the touchy-feeliness of it. There's something about that we seem to be losing at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't know about you, but I love going into shops and having a chat with the retailers and, that real engaging opportunity. You don't get that online. We need to be having conversations with one another. We need to bring back that sense of community.
But when it starts to hit people in the pocket, though, you can understand why people go, oh, do you know what? I quite fancy that, I quite fancy that telly. It's in the shop in the high street or round the corner. Fella's had a telly shop for years, but I can get it for 200 quid cheaper online. You can understand why people do that, of course. Yeah,
we absolutely can. But, we in Birkenhead have got some great success stories in terms of small businesses that have been there for years and years. So, for example, up Oxton Road and Grange Road West, two roads that we don't really think of for going and having a mooch around the shop, so to speak. There's a business up there that's been there for 70 years. So it just shows that sustainability is there.
So they're obviously doing something right. What are they selling then if they've been there for 70 years?
It's the lamp shop that's on Grange Road West. So you may have seen it, you may have not. It's tucked away. You wouldn't really notice it if you weren't wandering down that road. But, the story that they've got is fantastic. We've also got hairdressers that's been there for 48 years.
And St Werburgh Square on Friday, tomorrow, what's going to be happening there?
So tomorrow we are the second stop on the small business bus tour. So it kicks off today in Blackburn. So Birkenhead is the only location in Merseyside that's going to be showcased, which for us is fantastic. So in St Werburgh Square, there'll be an opportunity for a number of local businesses to showcase their products and services and what they're all about and how they got there, really. We've also got colleagues from the Chamber of Commerce and the Enterprise Hub. If anybody's thinking of starting their own business and they want to pop down and gain some advice, we'll be able to do that on the day as well. The businesses that are showcasing themselves will also have the opportunity to sit down on the small business sofa, be interviewed, and then that interview will then be pushed out via the social media channels to really promote those services that they have.
And just to finish with, it's always the big store closures that grab the headlines. Of course, Marks and Spencer, they've pulled out of Birkenhead. House of Fraser, I mean, that's in the news. You know, Debenhams in the news at the moment. But as you said before, you've got some great success stories. It may come full circle, you know, where the high street gets a little bit of life back into it again. Maybe not the way that we used to shop, but in a slightly different way. They may become, you know, this trendy term at the moment is a hub, isn't it? You know, it may become a hub for people to gather. And I know we're not short of coffee shops and all of that, but you know what I mean? It might just be a different thing for a different generation.
Yeah, absolutely. And hopefully through our up and coming Christmas campaign, you'll be able to start to see what we're trying to do in terms of turning the community around. So what we want to be able to do is almost create Birkenhead as a place and space for communities to come to. So whether that's, you know, coming in, experiencing the independent businesses that we've got, or it's coming to an event, or it's just a place where people want to get together and engage with one another.
Okay,
that's our main objective at the moment.
Okay, so what time's the bus going to be in town tomorrow then, finally?
The event is open from 10 till 2, so make sure you come down.
All right, good to talk to you, Jem. Thanks very much indeed. Sorry we were a little bit late getting to you. I pulled a plug out and things stopped working. So there, but we got you on eventually. Cheers. Thank you very much, Tal.
Thank